Let's tackle a topic that has been bugging teenagers and causing headaches for generations, and that's peer pressure. We all remember those teenage years, right? Well, maybe some of us want to forget, but let's dive in and talk about how peer pressure affects our awesome teens and how you, as parents, can actually lend a helping hand. It's when your teenager feels influenced by their pals, by their peers, by their friends to do something that they might not want to be that keen to do. You know, that feeling when your kids' friends are all jumping on the latest trend, trying out new stuff, and suddenly your teenager is caught in the middle, torn between fitting in and being true to themselves. It's like a roller coaster ride of decisions and dilemmas for them. No, not at all. This is not the case. Sometimes it can actually be a positive force. Yep, you heard it right. It can nudge your teenager to try new things, explore new horizons, and break out of their own comfort zones. Maybe their friends are encouraging them to join a club, pick up a musical instrument, or even try a new sport. And this is all good, right? In these cases, peer pressure can be a catalyst for growth and self-discovery, so it's not all doom and gloom. But let's be real here, right? We can't ignore the negative sides of peer pressure. It's like a sneaky shadow lurking in a corner of a teenage life. The pressure to conform to a particular social group's expectations can be overwhelming. You know, especially when your teenager is already trying to figure out their own identity. This is when a bunch of kids straight up ask your child to do something. Trust me, when a group of friends starts pushing, it can be hard to resist the temptation. It's when kids feel the need to fit in by doing what everybody else is doing. It could be wearing specific brands or rocking certain clothes just to be the part of a cool crowd. This one combines both words and actions to convince others. It's like when your child's friends are all like, "Come on, just try it. It's not a big deal, is it?" That can lead to snap decisions, like trying drugs or maybe doing something that they don't really want to do, but they want to fit in, so they'll do it. This sneaky one happens when your child wants to follow the crowd and act like their pals, even without anybody else pushing them directly. Sometimes it's all about the atmosphere around them, making them feel like they have to go along with the crowd, like feeling pressure to drink alcohol. The consequences of giving in to negative peer pressure can range from mild regret to some serious long-term harm. Engaging in risky behaviors can put their physical and mental health at risk, not to mention the potential legal consequences. And let's not forget the emotional toll that it can all take. Going against their own beliefs and instincts can lead to guilt, shame, and loss of self-esteem. It's like a never-ending tug of war with their own values. We're talking about changes in behavior that'll make you do a double take. Your sweet angel might start acting out, becoming rebellious, or even getting a bit aggressive. And hold on tight, because risky behavior like drug use and boozing might come into play. Peer pressure can cause your kiddo to switch up their social circle. Suddenly, they're rolling with a different crowd, completely different crowd, and guess what? This new crew might be all about those negative behaviors that you don't really want to see. This is something that you have been afraid of ever since you found out that you were a father or a mother. Hobbies and interests can take a wild turn too. Your child might start doing stuff they have never cared about before, all because their pals are doing it. So if they used to be all about basketball, now they're grinding on a skateboard. Now, peer pressure can make your child feel like they gotta dress a certain way or rock a specific style just to fit in. If your child's grades are taking a nosedive, peer pressure might be the sneaky culprit. So keep an eye out if they used to ace all of those tests but now struggle to keep up. Now, of course, some of those signs are also just your little one finally growing into not so little one. Now that we have covered all of these signs, it's time to address the issue head on. Here are some tips to help us on this parenting adventure. Create a safe and non-judgmental space for your teenager so that they can talk openly about their experiences and their feelings. Let them know that they can come to you anytime and that they can come to you with any concerns or pressures that they're facing. Sometimes kids just need someone to lend an ear and validate their feelings. Be there to listen without judging them or trying to figure out a solution or lecture them. Understand their perspective before actually offering any kind of advice. It's all about keeping them on the right track and out of trouble. You don't really want to keep them on a leash. That's not what it's about. So think about things like curfew and keeping an eye on their social media use. If they know they can't hit at parties where drugs are floating around, they won't feel the pressure of actually getting involved. Sit down with them and have a real talk about all of these rules that you're implementing them into place and what consequences there are going to be if they break them. Positive influence can make all the difference when it comes to resisting negative peer pressure. Help your teen find friends who share their own values and interests. Encourage them to join groups where they can meet like-minded individuals, people who will naturally fit in with them. Now, next you have to teach your teen how to weigh the pros and cons of different options and consider the possible outcomes. It's all about helping them develop some seriously sharp decision-making skills. They need to learn how to make choices based on their own beliefs and values, regardless of who else they are dealing with. This way, they'll make informed decisions that align with who they are, who they really are, and what they stand for. Build your teenager's self-esteem by focusing on their strengths and accomplishments. Help them recognize their unique qualities and talents. A confident teenager is more likely to resist any negative influence because if they feel confident, they don't have any need to fulfill their lacking self-esteem. They don't need any further validation. Emphasize the importance of being true to oneself and embracing their own uniqueness. Help them understand that they don't need to conform to fit in or impress others. Encourage them to celebrate their own individuality. Encourage your teenager to develop friendships with peers who share their own values and interests. Provide opportunities for them to engage in positive activities and meet any other like-minded individuals. Now here's the deal with social media. It can be a real hotbed for negative peer pressure. Kids feel this crazy urge to post stuff just to fit in and to get some kind of popularity boost. Have honest discussions about how their posts can actually impact their reputation, relationships, and future opportunities. Help them understand the potential consequences of their own online actions. By inspiring them to think before they post, we're guiding them towards a more thoughtful and responsible online presence. Now, one of the best ways that you can help your teen is by installing our app, FamiSafe, on their phone or their tablets. Look, we all know that we wouldn't allow our kids to be alone with their bully in their bedroom or to be pressured into something that they don't want to do while we sit next to them on the couch. Yet, that is exactly what is happening every day, right under our noses. The FamiSafe app has an explicit content detection feature that monitors up to 9 social media platforms at the same time. That includes Messenger, Messenger Lite, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, YouTube, Kik, and SMS messages. This lets you stay informed of your child's online activity and prevent any potential harm by alerting you when keywords are used. And you set up those keywords. Head over to our website and take a look at all of the FamiSafe features and everything that it offers. It's really easy to install and even easier to navigate and use. You know that all of us parents, we can use this kind of help sometimes. So if you know anybody else who may benefit from it, share it. Otherwise, like, subscribe, press that bell so that you get notified, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!